I want you to have an amazing and powerful experience in your business. I want you to succeed. I do not want you to ever be in a situation where because of someone that you trusted, maybe you shouldn't have trusted or you didn't know you couldn't trust, it causes you problems. It might close out your business. I have friends whose businesses were destroyed because they ended up interacting or dealing with people that they should not have trusted. And I absolutely believe that most people in the world are good people. They are trying to do good things. We're just not perfect. But there's a difference between that and the people who you really can't trust. Now, some people who are trying to do good, trying to be good, they're still not trustworthy. We're all at different places in our path along this journey to trying to figure out this life and try to be better. So I want to give you 8 types of people you need to be very wary of. You do not want to trust these people because doesn't mean you can't be friends, doesn't mean you can't be there for them, but these are not people that you are going to trust and bring into and partner with them in business. Let them have access to things in your business. Number 1, people who are wishy-washy. They say one thing, then they do something else, or they change their mind all the time. You cannot trust someone like this. They might be an amazing person, but this is not who you want to go into business with. Number 2, people who tell you other people's secrets. If anyone says to you, don't tell anyone, but so-and-so told me this, you know right now you cannot trust them. If you really believe that they are going to tell you someone else's secrets and they're not going to tell your secrets to someone else, you're fooling yourself. Or you're just plain not very intelligent. Don't get into that game. Number 3, people who lack empathy. People who cannot feel compassion, don't know how to care about what someone else is going through. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy. I can feel sorry for you that you're going through that thing, or I can really care about the fact that you're dealing with that it's really hard. That's one of the things that I built my first business on, was having empathy, caring for other people. It's in the health category. And I was helping people with health challenges all over the world in over 60 countries. I have trained people. I've been on the ground in probably over 55, probably over 60 countries, actually with the people, holding their hands, crying with them, caring about what they are going through. That is why my business grew so massive. It's when you care about other people. So don't trust people who lack empathy. The next one is a little bit obvious, but I wanted to include it. Number 4, people who are narcissistic. Now, I see things all the time where people talk about how don't trust people who have narcissistic tendencies. That's absolutely not true. Because if we didn't trust people who had narcissistic tendencies, we wouldn't be able to trust anyone. We all have narcissistic tendencies. The bottom line is, it's someone who is so selfish that they really don't care about you. What they want and what they want to get out of it is to get there. They feel like the result justifies whatever they do to get what they need. They don't take into account what you need or your desires, or making a win-win about is what they need out of it. Number 5, the person who is a social climber. That what their interests are is doing whatever it takes to achieve the result they want to get. They will hurt relationships. They will use relationships. Do not trust a social climber. Number 6, people who talk badly about other people. Now, again, we're not perfect. We are all striving to be better. So we're never going to be perfect. And sometimes we might say things that we wish later we hadn't said. But make sure that you're watching for the person who talks badly about other people. When they do that, that's not someone you can trust. Number 7, people who don't take no for an answer. someone who will, and I'm not talking about, oh, they're trying to be successful and so they won't give up. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is someone who does not, it's like they don't know that no means no. When you say no and you are trying to communicate that they don't listen, they won't take no for an answer because they're disrespecting what you have to say. Number 8, people who act differently depending on who they're talking to. So if I'm trying to show because I want to be on their podcast and I'm super nice to them, but behind their back, I'm talking about them. Or if I'm not really that nice, when I'm with everyone else, I act one way. But when there's something that I want something from someone, or I want to use them in a certain way, I act differently around them and I chummy up to them. That type of person is someone that you do not want to trust. Did any person come in your mind as you were hearing this? Are there things that you do that came into mind as I was talking about this? I want to hear in the comments below. Get vulnerable with me. What are the things that you do that you need to change? Because we all need to change. And if you mention, I don't want a name, I don't want a specific relationship, because then we're just talking about people behind their backs. But I want to know, is there someone in your life? What number of these questions or categories do they fit into? And how have you learned from what you went through with them, how you want to be, or how you need to be more careful about who you trust? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear about it, and I'll